weekly band crawl.
Kind of just get comfy.
You get comfy? You all settling in?
Yeah, come on.
There you go. There you go. I am thrilled we finally put this together. I have known Tommy R for well over 10 years. He used to come out and play at the jam night. By the way, where's the double stick twirl? I left sticks and everything. I mean, a double stick twirl.
Come on.
That's crazy.
Come on.
I can barely do the one. Barely do the one. So I was thrilled. We ran into each other at the Drumathon, which, by the way, I thought the Drumathon was a great event this year.
Dude, heartfelt.
Oh yeah, and inside at the post time with all the different kits.
Personal.
Oh yeah.
You know.
Yeah, it was really good.
A little loud because they're drums.
So what?
You know?
You don't go to the Drumathon for peace and quiet.
I didn't hear anybody complain. There were no bass players that I saw. No,
Right.
Tom Cook was there. Tom Cook was there. And he wasn't complaining, though. It was good.
No. I thought it was a great event. Kudos to Emmett and Tom for pulling off another awesome one.
Really good.
And it was really nice at the post time to just be like, yeah, take the venue. We're not going to... Because, they always have a band that day.
Dan
and they
Mike,
basically said,
staff.
forget it. We'll do the Drumathon, and if it makes us money, great. If it doesn't, whatever, which was a super nice thing for them to do. Super nice.
They came out great.
So I'm going to start at the current.
Am I spinning sticks now?
You whatever, as much as you want.
Go ahead.
That's why I left it there. That's why. So you are currently drumming in a Motley Crue tribute band.
The Dirt.
Right. Now there's a couple of these out there.
They're everywhere.
Yeah, there's a couple of these out there. So yours is you on drums, Stephen Green out front is Vince, which by the way, he seems to be a really good Vince Neil.
Come on. He's the best.
I was very impressed with him as Vince Neil.
He's the best, man.
He kind of looks the part and he sings well and like.
He knows the words.
Which even Vince doesn't.
He sings the words.
Which even Vince doesn't. He did a great job.
He can do it for 2 hours straight, and our shows are usually 2 hours and 10 minutes.
Oh wow! Do you guys take a break in the middle, or is it just one long set?
Well, we have what we try to make a. We want to be able to do this, encore thing, but what happens, it's kind of hard to organize everybody to do it. So the moment you stop, everybody's like, I'm out,
Right.
So, but we punish them for 2 hours.
Right, straight.
And then we take a 4-minute intermission, and that's usually when we try to catch our bow, and we try to do something that's just going to be something for the books. And take a picture of the audience and stuff, which Dorrie, I always miss the cue to go get Dorrie. You guys are really good at, Dorrie, get over here, take a picture. And I'm always like, what happened?
Right. Why does everybody have a picture of their feet?
Our 2-hour show goes by in 12 minutes.
Right, to you it does, I'm sure.
It's just the whole time.
So when you do by the way, so it's you on the drums, Steve out front on as Vince. I don't know who the guitar and bass are.
Stephen McNeil on bass guitar.
Okay.
Monster Nicky Six.
He looks really good as Nicky Six.
Just a great guy. Hard-working guy. We have Dr. Logan Fingerhut. He's a doctor.
Really? Yeah,
he's a doctor in the makings.
Okay.
And he's just an amazing.
Now he was like one of the child prodigy guitar players around here, right? Is this the same Logan?
He's 18. He's 18.
But he used to play with Bill Hamilton already.
He
played with Bill Hamilton for years.
He plays with Bill still.
But I mean, I think when he was a kid, he was actually out and playing, like 13, 14
with
years
Bill
old.
Hamilton.
That's incredible. I love seeing that. I absolutely love it. And he's in med school? You said he's pre-med?
He's in UCF now. And
that is fantastic.
He's got 4 years of college under his belt at 18.
He will be able to afford to play music one day.
I told him one day he's going to say, Tommy, you tried.
Well, that's awesome, Logan. That is terrific to hear. I haven't seen him since he was just a kid.
Let's talk about musicians.
Okay.
We know a ton.
Yep.
His mom and dad and family are the warmest family ever, ever, ever. All of our parents, my old parents were Cuban, like, why you have to play drums? Here I am, 4 years old, and messing it up, And my mom, I must have drove him crazy. His parents were so supportive. His brother, Caden's a killer drummer.
Oh, really?
13 years old.
Nice.
He's like one of the #1 best readers in Florida because most kids don't read anymore. But he's reading drum and playing jazz, and he can do all of this stuff on a set.
That's awesome.
Now he's playing tri-toms and marching band.
Yeah.
So, love the Fingerhuts.
And
love
so how long
guys.
have you guys all been together as that lineup?
As this lineup, we are now a year.
Oh, really?
A year. Yeah. Well, remember we had a couple of.
Yep. You had people in and out in the beginning.
We had we had some personality conflicts in E minor, and
But that's going to happen with any band when it's new.
well, yeah,
When it's new, any band's going to have the people who think they're going to gel together, and then
you know what's really nice?
What's that?
Not one guy in the band in the dirt's gonna go, "You did the interview without us."
And they're all welcome to do
They
it
will-
anytime.
Awesome, but what I'm saying is that we have nothing in our entire organization. We have nothing but chill, love, and support for each other.
Which should make it a lot easier.
That you can never get with 4 guys on such a serious, we're playing in front of 12, 1,800 people, we're traveling, we show, how many people can you get in a car with for 5 or 8 hours and tolerate?
I don't know.
And we have that. We have that easily.
good.
No complainers.
That's good.
know.
We're going to have to get you somebody to just bitch and moan.
We eradicated that.
Oh, you got rid of it. It was a
Yeah,
purpose.
we don't need any of that.
So tell me, who runs the band? Or is it just a group think tank?
There's no question I do a lot. I can't do it without their support. So I put myself in a position where I represent them.
Okay.
And I always keep myself in that position. That's where the Tommy R came from, artist representation. So,
okay.
in entertainment, yeah.
Okay, I didn't know that. See,
You didn't know
I
that?
didn't know. That's new. I didn't know.
Yeah,
that.
since I was 18 years old, man. Yeah.
All right. And so
Did I represent anybody? Well, I tried.
Well, at least you gave it a shot. You had the
I
name.
tried.
You were
Hey,
branded.
you know how many people said they go, "Look, guys, you got to go down to Miami. We got to play in the studio." And he's full of shit. You get all the drama, and you can't do that. What are you gonna do? Drive 4 hours? Now we go and play 6, 8, 10, 12 hours away. We have
How often are you
sold out.
playing? How often are you playing?
We aim to do 1 show a month.
Okay,
That's
which
it.
is a lot for a tribute band.
More than other bands, they want to, they'll, if you let them, they'll pay $200 a night in 16 places, So we don't want to water it down. We have I feel we have a very powerful, clean, working organization that's incorporated, and it's a good system.
And how are you picking the songs?
So the song selection is a tough one. We just put a few extra in there just to kind of change everything. But basically, it's the first album, and then the rest are hits. We just added Saints of Los Angeles. Mm-hmm. It's so great.
So you play the whole first album?
We played the entire first album in the night.
Which had a lot of hits on it.
Not until after the second and third album sold.
But I mean, everyone will know like Too Fast for Love, Live Wire, Take Me to the Top.
Livewire kills them. That's the last song of the night. Lay 'em out. Boom.
I love that song.
Solid double bass, and but Steve can sing it, and that's different.
And I've only seen video. I have, whenever everybody's playing, I'm playing.
You have no idea how many people I saw. I just watch them. I'm like, you're a great singer. I'm not saying you're not a great singer. It's just it takes that certain voice to do.
It's a
Motley
unique
Crue.
tone for sure.
And
so, what's your favorite one to play then?
probably Livewire.
Yeah.
Well, there was a long period of time, right, where all these songs kind of got beat to death on the radio. Mm-hmm. So, but people love them, right? Smoking in the Boys' Room, it's a classic. It's a classic of a classic. Mm-hmm. So it's already, you can say it's beat to death. I imagine Motley Crue kind of felt the same. But market-wise, that's what threw them over the top, right? Mm-hmm. Smoking in the Boys' Room blew them way out of proportion. So, and right on the radio, right?
Oh, yeah, that was
when you
the big
watched
hit.
all the hits, it was like, boom, that one won. Videos, right, and all that. And but Red Hot's always fun to play, you know. But I really like the Saints of Los Angeles. To me, is a perfect metal rock song because you're just the
Straight
whole
ahead,
time you're
chopping
just like you're not screaming and going ballistic. A lot of harmonies and stuff. And
Now, does everybody in the band sing?
everybody in the band sings, but I do most of the harmonizing.
Okay.
But the other guys, they do their part. But how can you do Mick Mars' part and sing?
Well, yeah.
Mick
Sure.
Mars gets up to the mic on a recording, but not live. It's just too much to do.
I got you.
And Logan presents that in such a warm way. You can listen to 1,000 guitar players, and then you watch this one 18-year-old kid come in. He knew 11 songs on his first audition with leads.
Oh, wow, okay.
That's
damn impressive.
That's insulting to a lot of people. Just
Why
walk
would
in
they be insulted?
and then the warmth of playing. You hear people play, and it's just like, wow, that's just not a. You hear guys that are trying to be this or trying to be speed metal or trying to do, and this guy actually just picks it all out and he plays methodically and clean, and and it's something to see, really.
And he can continue the band because you're all going to age out long before.
I told him when I fall over, man, his brother would take my place.
There you go.
If not sooner.
What made you guys decide to put a crew tribute band together?
Wasn't my idea originally. Stephen Green and his friends, and Judith, and pretty much Stephen Green, really, in a drunken rant, decided that he wants to be in the Motley Crue band. And I was like, were you drunk? And then, we had a bunch of different players we tried to work with, and Steve and I, we became, I didn't know the guy. I heard him sing. I even seen him sing, never paid any attention to it. And because they're playing covers.
Okay.
But when we got in there and we started playing the first 3 or 4 songs on the first album, not a lot of people can play like we play. You don't just sit down and play the first album and not think about it.
Okay.
It's not a 4/4,
Right, yeah, definitely not that album.
So there's some stuff there and a lot of room for criticism because you can never get it so perfect, You play 95%, you're on your way home. But Steve...
But he picked it out. He decided it's time to do Motley Crue tribute band.
When you took my love into overdrive, when he came out and just went, BAM! I was like, holy shit, we got a band.
Okay. And where is the next show?
All right, our next show is OCC Roadhouse.
Oh, in Ocala.
Clearwater.
Oh, Clearwater, sorry.
Clearwater.
I always get that confused with, there's something like that in Ocala.
Check it out. October 22nd, Saturday night. The Friday before that, we have the Iron Maidens are playing the Friday before that.
Nice.
So we're hoping that they stay over. We're going to go see them on Friday. And then we play Saturday night. We already have over 400 tickets sold for VIP there.
That is fantastic.
And we still got over a month to go. And
now, can I get you to do, if I find you the place, can I get you to do an Orlando show?
Funny you should mention it. And we should discuss this.
Okay.
But November 19th, we'll play the Ace Cafe in Orlando.
Oh, nice. That's a great venue.
And we're bringing in Shoot the Thrill.
Yep. Is that Wahlberg's AC/DC man?
No, Melbourne, yep.
Okay, nice.
And then we're bringing Great Scott in to bring them in.
Nice. It's going to be a whole day.
That's 6 o'clock. We have Big Dog and Paul.
Okay.
Are going to come and DJ the whole night from 6 to midnight.
Nice.
They're all in. We'll have Dorrie hanging out with us. Girl. And we have...
Dorrie's always behind the scenes.
Yeah.
Let's put Dorrie right over there. Come here. Come on. Let's go.
Come on.
You're right here next to Tommy. Don't worry. He's had his shots. I'm going to adjust the camera. Let's get this zoomed out a little
Dorrie,
bit.
we'll keep you in the spin.
There we go. See?
We'll just keep you in the
built-in
spin.
air
Dude.
conditioning. Look at that. You're getting built-in air conditioning. How are you?
Fine. I
Right,
got
so
a dirt
you've
shirt
obviously gone to see the Dirt.
on. A few times.
You got the shirt on. Do you like the show?
I love it. I love it.
I mean, it always looks like a super high energy thing that the crowd is super into every time I see photos and video. Like, because Dorrie sees all the bands, and she'll tell you what she doesn't like.
Yeah.
She'll tell you what she doesn't like. So you're a fan.
She tells me. That's why we go out to breakfast afterwards.
So she can be like, listen, you need to work on
I
this.
have a notebook.
And
Keep your notes.
she's on fire, and I'm just like.
So you can answer
Give me
something
13 hours.
You can answer something that he can't because
Okay.
you're not in a tribute band.
Okay.
What is the? Not that I don't like it. I'm just curious what the thought process is. What makes someone go see the tribute band? And not only do they go see whether it's the Dirt or it's Iron Maidens or it's TributeCon or there's these bands that do tribute shows, and even though they're not going to see the real band, they may as well be. Like, these bands are good enough, and it seems like the fans totally get into it. What makes you go see the tribute band when you have a night free?
It's just the music, the love for the music, and the entertainment factor. Even more so than just the music is the entertainment. It's just great.
So does it make
energy?
Does it make a difference to you if the band is dressing up like the artist, or does that not affect it for you at all?
It adds to it, but it doesn't change my mind whether I'm going to go see them or not.
Because you've got, you like
Yeah.
Absolute Queen, right? And I mean, they look verbatim to these guys.
Really?
You guys are all dressed up in
Yeah.
the first album garb, but then TributeCon doesn't do any of that. And in all fairness, first of all, Glenn Bailey. Right, he could go sing it on a street corner and it'd sound amazing. Nobody cares. But they're switching bands a lot, right? They do like 8 or 9 bands at this point, so it would be very hard for them to dress up and do it. So for you, it makes no difference whatsoever.
It adds to it, like Completely Unchained, In the Light of Led Zeppelin. There's so many tribute bands, and they're great. They're all great.
Now, when you go see some of these, because I'm always playing when you're playing, like we said, right? The crowd that's coming out, is it just us? Is it just the older crowd that knew the original? Or do you see your audience, I mean, you can answer this one too, do you see your audience kind of spreading out and being more than just the original fans?
Yes, I see 2-year-olds to 80-year-olds.
80, 90, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Really?
Yes, it's all
They're blown away.
generations.
They've never seen anything like it.
Yeah.
So they're almost
And especially they're
revitalizing
from
it.
another country.
Yes,
they're in another country. They're just like, blown
They don't know what to
away.
do with it.
Yeah, they're keeping it alive.
It's better than Disney World.
Well, that's what I was just thinking. If you're getting that wide of an audience, you're almost bringing that band back to life.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, that's very cool. I have not gotten to go see a tribute band since the Cult tribute band that Chris Snow was in. Were they called Cult Revolution?
They're back
Am I
together.
right?
They're back together now. Yeah.
I thought I saw something the other day. He's a fantastic drummer, and that show was always top notch. Every time you saw it, they were all about it, the whole way through.
Yeah.
Because you go see a lot of tribute bands.
I go to see them, almost all of them. Nirvana, the Def Leppard, all the Kiss ones, of course. All the Zeppelin ones, of course.
And even though you guys aren't playing all the time, to go back to what you said earlier, it's interesting how the tribute bands will pack a house.
Well, we
They
want it to
will
be
just
fun,
pack a
We
house.
don't want to be so burnt out, sick of it. We can go on the road. We have opportunities to travel, and we are traveling, but we just go once a month. I don't think any of us really want to play every single week.
Well, and I would also assume that playing in a tribute band is no different than playing in a cover band. You still need a job.
When you
You
do
know,
thousands of shows in your life, right?
Right.
You don't really want to play on Tuesdays and
Right,
Thursdays because
exactly.
you need to eat.
Yeah, exactly.
You know.
I definitely, every time I see the pictures, I'm like, man, I need to get out there and see you. You have to make sure when you play, even if it isn't in my coverage area, let me know, right? Because I think a lot of people don't know when the bands play unless they happen to catch a post from a singer or a bass player. You really don't see it until it's happened, and then the pictures come out. And that's not just with your band. There's a lot of the tribute bands that are playing that I hear people say, like, I didn't know they were doing that, I would have gone. You know what I
Well,
mean?
a conversation that Steve and I had last week, he was talking with Timbo, and Timbo pulled him aside and said, the thing is you're never, ever going to get another Van Halen again.
Right.
Ever.
Right. That makes sense.
Ever. And the bottom line is, so much time went by when they had the opportunity, they didn't take advantage of it. Most musicians waste it. Motley Crue is a perfect example. Wasting money and time.
Mm-hmm.
And, and bickering over garbage,
That happens a lot with all the bands.
Right. And it's pointless. It's unproductive, and it's not healthy.
Well, you have to make sure you let us know when you're playing so we can tell people.
Let's do
And
it.
now that you've been on the road, right, and you've been in the band over a year, there's got to be a story somewhere.
Well, I mean,
There's got to be, and I can't believe that this happened somewhere.
The dirt for 2 years now has been, it's amazing that Steve and I get along as good as we do, because we actually hang out even when we're not playing. We hang out often, and we're a damn mess, right? But we're a constant motion.
Mm-hmm.
It's a business that's constantly moving. And every given day, I'm doing 12, 15 phone calls.
Mm-hmm.
We got all the websites, APIs going. We got all
Yep.
these things going. And we're marketing some of the big guys now, or finding vulnerabilities where we can make a pathway to go somewhere.
Okay.
Because you don't want to just drive up to Baltimore and do a gig.
Right.
You come home broke,
Right.
So we work on how we're going to map a couple things out.
But you still see you ducked me, so there's still got to be a funny story from doing this band.
Okay, so
There's got to be something.
The big funny story is, got one? Got a funny one?
Oh, you're
I
next,
plead
so
the
you may
fifth.
as well start
Listen,
thinking.
I am a witness to a lot of it.
I'll bet you are.
I'm right there.
I bet you are.
The big story is when you watch someone drink 18 beers and they know all the words
Wow. Okay. So,
and can sing it.
so Steven can hold his alcohol.
Yeah.
Just a little.
He's amazing. He's an amazing character.
Just a little.
But you know what? Truth be told, none of us drink before we get on stage, but we'll drink a bottle of Jack Daniels on stage.
And that doesn't mess up the playing?
No.
Really? I mean, that's a lot of alcohol.
Yeah, we're good at it.
You've had your training.
We're a trained
You
professional.
trained professionals.
We're going to name ourselves the Pickle Livers, but yeah.
Right, if the hospital doesn't name you that first.
It's going to happen.
Right, and now you have to have a funny band story. You go
Which
see.
band?
And you can take your pick. You can omit the names to protect the innocent if
No,
you want.
Funny, we
you-
got other stories. But funny,
got other
funny.
You've got to have something.
What?
All right. I know. I have one.
The peer pressure doesn't get.
I
to me.
almost got killed. Twice.
Twice.
In one
okay.
night. I was interviewing with this girl, and I mean, she was just on me, and she was like really on me, and like right here, and we had our tongues out of her mouth. And then I told her I brought my wife, and she just came out, and she's like, I told her I was married, and she's like, "You brought your wife?" That was as funny as it gets.
Oh, that's where we're leaving the story. That's it. It's early, and you're not gonna do it, are you?
Michelle's looking over me, and she's like, "She's pretty."
Oh, time to send her home. Time to send her home.
Time to
well,
send her home.
I am thrilled.
Unsticker.
I am thrilled you can make the time, especially because during the day, for anybody who doesn't know, you own a cabinet company.
Cabinet
correct?
distribution company, yeah.
And that is now out of Longwood.
Out of Longwood, 5 minutes from here, yeah.
Yep. So can people go to you directly to get stuff, or are you only a distributor?
I sell to showrooms and contractors and stuff, but I help everybody if I can.
That is awesome. And where can they find that?
I also do countertops if needed.
And where can they find you and the information that goes with it?
So the easiest thing to find is me on Facebook, Tommy R, or teamcabinets.com.
Like a team, TEAM.
Baseball team, TEAM.
All right.
Cabinets.
Awesome. And you can find Dorrie anywhere there's music at any point in time.
Everywhere.
5
Or-
nights a week.
Or at my house. Or
I
at
come
my
over
house.
Here.
5 nights a
This
week
is
in
like
5
a
different
drum
cities.
haven,
That's
drum
right.
and cars haven.
That's right. I'm thrilled you could make the time to
Batmobile.
do it. It was a nice surprise to see you.
Thank you for putting me on
This
the
was
spot.
awesome. I may have to keep the wig and glasses. I think
I
this
love
is the
it.
new me. I think of the Midnight Mayhem show.
Serves
Right?
you well.
Absolutely. Thank you guys so much for watching. Be sure to check these guys out anytime you can. Tommy's a free drum lesson in a box. I'm going to learn how to do that. And you can check out Dorrie almost anywhere we're all playing. She's out every single weekend. You guys stay safe. We'll see you real soon.
Awesome.